Hi guys, this is Sachinarana from CSN English Club. We are discussing modern verbs. In the previous video, we have learned the differences and similarities between can and could. Now we are going to take up another pair of modern verbs, will and would. This is the second video of our modern verb series. So let's get into our topic. The first and foremost common usage of will and would is when we want to talk about the actions which are related to the future, then we use will and would. Let me give you some examples regarding this usage. Raju will go to Vizag next month. This time indicator is next month. So this action relates to the future action, relates to the future. So when we want to talk about the action which relates to the future, then we use will along with the main verb. Raju will go to Vizag next month. Take another example. I will do my homework later. This is also a future action. Then we use will do. She will write the test in the next week. Will write. Our headmaster will hoist the national flag tomorrow on the occasion of Republic Day. These are all the actions which are relating to the future. So there we use will, that is modal verb. Next, regarding would, sometimes when we talk about indirect speech, when we change a direct speech into indirect speech, when there is will in the sentence of inverted commas, then we have to change that will as would. For example, she said to me, I will give you notebook after 1 hour. Then the answer would be, she told me that she would give. Will give becomes would give. Okay, that's the change in the modal verb form. Other changes also taken place when we discuss the topic direct speech and indirect speech. Then I will give you the changes, what are the changes to be taken, what are the rules to be followed. Then I will tell you. Just you observe the modal verb here only. I will give becomes would give. Another example is, my mother said I will prepare chicken curry for dinner tonight. Then the answer, my mother said that she would prepare chicken curry for dinner tonight. So whenever will is given in the direct speech, then when we change that direct speech into indirect speech, then we have to change that modal verb as will becomes would, shall becomes should, can becomes could. Like that we have to change that. Another usage of will and would, and the difference between will and would is in the area of certainty or surety. There is high certainty or high degree of certainty, more confidence is under will. There is less certainty, low degree of certainty or less confidence is under would. Let's understand this one through some examples. She will come tomorrow. We mentioned will come. Here will come, here would come. When we mention she will come tomorrow, will come, when we mention will in the sentence, which shows high degree of certainty or high degree of confidence, which means a most probability is there in that action. Definitely she will come tomorrow. 90% she will come tomorrow. Here less certainty, less confidence means she would come tomorrow. Here would come. Here we mentioned would. So she may come tomorrow or may not come tomorrow. There is less certain, low degree of certainty, not confirm. Understood? Next sentence, he will visit me later. Here will visit. Will visit shows there is high degree of certainty, high confidence. Most probably he will visit me later. He would visit me later means here would is there. So he may visit me later or may not visit me later. There is less probability, less certainty, not confirm very much. Next one, I will send you all the letters by tomorrow. Here will send. I means Definitely I will send you all the letters by tomorrow. It's confirmed. That is called high degree of certainty. Here would is mentioned in the sentence. So I would send you all the letters by tomorrow means I may send you letters or may not send you letters. Okay, not confirmed, less probability is there, or less confidence or less low degree of certainty is there in that sentence. Understood? Another common usage of will and would is expressing present habits and past habits under will and under would. When we want to express present habits, I mean we use will when we want to express present habits. We use would when we want to express past habits. Actually, present habits are expressed by the simple present only. Whatever the habitual action it is, that should be presented in simple present. Simple present means the first form of the verb should be there in that expression. But here I mentioned will keep, the sentence is present habit. She will keep gazing at the stars all night. Why? Because that present habit is emphasized here. When we want to emphasize that present habit of the particular person, that should be expressed in a simple future. Simple future is like will plus base form or infinitive. Okay. What about past habit? When she was a child, she would keep gazing at the stars all night. When she was a child, once upon a time. This is called past habit. She would keep. Would keep means she used to keep. Alternating way of expressing same sentence is she used to keep gazing. We can say that if she used to keep gazing, or she would keep gazing at the stars all night. That is called past habit. She will sit there for hours waiting for her son to come. Will sit. This is called present habitual action that is emphasized. That is called characteristic habit. One characteristic habit is expressed in a simple future. Next one, as a girl, that means when she was a girl, once upon a time, long back, she would sit there for hours waiting for her father to come. She would sit means she used to sit. That was her habit. Once upon a time, she used to sit there for hours waiting for her father to come. That is past habitual action. Whenever she is in trouble, she will go to his father. That was her characteristic habit. Whatever the problems she is facing now, usually she will go to his father. Next, what about past habit? Whenever she was in trouble, she would go to his father. Now she is not going to his father. Once upon a time, long back, she used to go to his father whenever she was in a trouble. She used to go or she would go. Both are same. So we have learned that present habits are expressed by simple future. Past habits are expressed by would plus infinitive. Would plus infinitive. Would keep, would sit, would go, like that. Okay. Let's see some more examples of present habits and past habits. These are some examples of characteristic habits which are expressed by simple future. The verb form of simple future is will plus base form or will plus infinitive. He will talk about nothing but films. This is present habit that is emphasized. So it is expressed through simple future. She will sit for hours listening to the radio, listening to the wireless. So will sit. Will sit. We have used will sit here. Next one. She will sit outside her garden gate for hours at a time, looking at the passing traffic. This is her characteristic habit. She will sit outside her garden gate for hours at a time, looking at the passing traffic. This is the example which expresses past habits. I have told you that past habits are expressed through would or used to. If you observe this paragraph, on Sundays he used to or would get up early. That means he used to get up early or he would get up early. Both are equal. Okay. And go fishing. He used to spend the whole day. He used to spend the whole day or he would spend the whole day by the river, and in the evening used to come home or would come home. Both are equal. Would come home with marvelous stories of the fish he had nearly caught. Next similarity in using will and would is under conditionals. What are conditionals? There are three kinds of conditionals: type 1, type 2, type 3. Those are also named as if clauses. In the coming videos I will tell you in detail. In this particular video, just I am going to give you a brief idea on conditionals. Okay. In type 1 is called type 1 condition is called real situation or possible situation. Whatever the real or possible situation, that should be expressed in a type 1. How is the type 1 condition? The cat will scratch you if you pull her. Here the cat will scratch you, that is one clause. If you pull her, that is if clause. There are two clauses are there. Okay. Here there are two clauses. Here is if, this is called if clause or subordinate clause. The cat will scratch you, that is main clause. In if clause, the verb is in simple present. Then the verb is in simple, in main clause is will plus verb 1. Okay. So in type 1 condition, that is if clause, the verb in main clause should be in a simple future. That means will plus base form. Okay. Next one. If he runs fast, he will be there in time. Here also, if he runs fast, this is if clause. He will be there in time, this is main clause. I told you the verb in if clause in simple present. The verb in main clause is like will plus base form. Okay. Next one. If you go there, you will meet my father. If you go there, this is if clause. You will meet my father, this is main clause. In type 1, if clause, the verb in if clause is verb 1. The verb in main clause is will plus verb 1. Okay. So in type 1 condition, or in type 1 conditional sentences, we use will in the main clauses. Okay. Not in the if clauses. Come to the type 2 and type 3. These are called imaginary and unreal situations. When we want to express imaginary and unreal situations, there we use would in the main clause, not will. In type 1 we use will, but here would. If I were a bird, I would fly. If I were a bird, this is if clause. Here the verb is in second form. Here the verb is like would plus base form. Okay, that is called imaginary condition. If I had a map, I would lend it you. If I had a map, this is if clause. I would lend it you is main clause. The verb in if clause is verb 2. The verb in main clause is would plus base form. Okay, this is type 2 condition. If I lived near my office, I would be in time for work. Again, if I lived near my office, this is if clause. I would be in time for work, this is main clause. The verb in if clause is verb 2. The verb in main clause is would plus base form. Next one. If I had attended the function, this is called unreal condition, that is a type 3 condition. If I had attended, this is a past perfect in if clause. Would have plus third form is in the main clause. This type of condition is called type 3 condition, unreal condition. If I had attended the function, I would have met my childhood friend. That means I didn't attend the function, I didn't meet my childhood friend. If I had attended the function, I would have met my childhood friend. Understood? If you had studied well, you would have got good marks. Here, if you had studied well, this is if clause. The verb form in if clause is past perfect tense, had plus verb 3. You would have got good marks. This is main clause. In main clause, the verb is like would have plus verb 3. So this type of conditional sentences we use will and would. Will is used in type 1 condition. Would is used in type 2 and type 3 conditionals. Let me tell you how should we express polite expressions using will and would. Let's see one example. Will you drop me at my college? What kind of sentence is it? Will you drop me at my college? This is a request, but it is not formal. Okay, not formal means this kind of expressions are expressed with your friends, family members. Okay, but when you want to express the same kind of expressions more politely, we should use would instead of will. Would you drop me at my college? This is also a polite request, but it is more formal. Okay, this is not formal, this is more formal, more polite. Next one, will I come with you? This is called permission. Will I come with you? The same expression is would I come with you. Would I come with you is more formal. Okay, next one, will you join with me for a coffee, for a cup of coffee? This is called making offer. Making offer in non-formal. More formal expression of the same kind of sentence is would you join with me for a cup of coffee? That is making offer. Okay, I think you understood the similarities and the differences between will and would when we want to express polite expressions. Let's discuss would using the most common phrase I would like. Okay, where do we use I would like? Instead of I want, I would like is used. Why? Because I would like is more polite, more formal than I want. Actually, I want using I want is okay. But when you want to express the same sentence using I would like, that is more polite, that is more formal. When you want to express that in more polite, you have to use this phrase, not this one. Okay? Let's see some examples. I would like some raspberries, please. Or I want some raspberries, please. Both are equal, but the first one is more polite than the second one. Okay? Next one. Would you like some would you like some cookies? Would you like some cookies? If you want to say yes, yes, I would like some cookies. But if you want to say no, you have to say I don't like cookies. But you don't say I wouldn't like cookies. Okay? This is the most important point. No, I don't like cookies. But you should not say no, I wouldn't like cookies. So I would like should be used in positive form but not in negative form. Why? Because I would like, I wouldn't like, I mean don't want or don't wish. Don't like means having no wish for something. Wouldn't like means would dislike something. Okay, that is the difference between wouldn't like and don't want. So in negative form you should not use this phrase I wouldn't like. Okay, next one, would you like to speak to our principal? Would you like to speak to our principal? If you want to say yes, I would like to speak to our principal. If you want to say no, no, I don't want, I don't like. Okay, do you want to speak to our principal? Do you want to speak to our principal? Yes, I want to speak to our principal. But you don't say I would not, I wouldn't like to speak to your principal. Okay, let me give you some more clarity on I would like. Would you like cup of coffee? Do you want a cup of coffee? Both are same, but the first one is more formal than the second one. Okay, the same way, would you like to come to the theater? Do you want to come to the theater? First one is more polite than the second one. Would you like some more coffee? If someone answered as no, what should be the remaining part? Two options are given here. I don't want any more, or I wouldn't like any more, or I wouldn't want any more. What should be the answer here? Just I have told you that we should not use negative form for I wouldn't like. So answer should be I don't want any more. Here would like, would you like? So don't write I wouldn't like. You should mention as I don't want. Here in the next one, Tom said I want to see it. Tom said that he wanted to see it. Want becomes wanted. Okay, that is quite common. That is the rule position. When you want to change a direct speech into indirect speech, that verb 1 should be changed as verb 2 according to the reporting verb. Next one. Tom said I would like to see it. Tom said that he would like to see it. Here, what's the difference between these two parts? This part and this part. Okay. Here, want is changed as wanted, but here would like remains unchanged. Okay. So, when there is would like in direct speech, you should not change it as any other form. So you should write as it is. Would like becomes would like, but want becomes wanted. Understood? I think you understood the difference between I would like and I want.